Hello again. It's me. Oh shit, I forgot to scroll up on the Spotify. Today, we're going to be reviewing SOS by SZA. Now, this album only was released a couple days ago, like 4 of them. So I thought I might as well capitalize on the hype because it's been like 5 or 6 years since SZA released an album. Uh, this is kind of a big deal. Um, it's a SZA album. So let's just get right into it. Um, the first thing to note about this album is it's 23 tracks. That is ridiculous. Like, girl, that is too many songs. And it really kind of is like the biggest thing about the album, really, to name, is just there are so many songs that it's really struggles to kind of keep any sort of momentum, and at the end of the day, it's just kind of a lot of filler. Like, I hate to say it, like, says is one of the greatest R&B artists of our generation, and she has like a great singing voice, and she really like expands what it means to be R&B, or like what the genre can do. But this is just so many songs. 23 songs on a single track. All of them are around the same length, so they all kind of blend together, and like there's no real purpose to any of the placements on where they are in the album. Like, you could hit shuffle on this album and nothing would change, which is a cardinal sin in my opinion. So it's really just like I guess the best way, the nicest way to put this album is it's for the playlist. There's a lot of songs on here. There's going to be a couple you like. You're going to throw them on your playlist, and you're going to forget about the album as a whole because there's just so much. Like, it's hard to keep all of the songs together in my head, just like remembering all the damn names. I'll try to go through, though. Like, Kill Bill is pretty good. Like, all of the ones that I have saved are really the standouts. Like, Gone Girl stands out. Open Arms with Travis Scott, used with Don Toliver. The Phoebe Bridgers song is pretty good. I just don't have it saved. The best one, like, my favorite song is Good Days, for sure. Like, if every song on this album were as good as Good Days, this would be like a top 20 album. But sadly, it's not. Uh, Speaking of features, though, while we're talking about it, this Old Dirty Bastard feature fucking ruins the last song, and it really kind of puts a sour taste in your mouth after you listen to it, because it just sucks. Like, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And also, how the fuck 4 features? It's just Don Toliver, Phoebe Bridgers, Travis Scott, and Old Dirty Bastard. 4 features on 23 tracks. And apparently, according to SZA herself, there were supposed to be more features on this album. It's just that, like, they published the album without the rest of them because people didn't turn them in or something. Which really kind of really puts this into wasted potential territory for me, which that is like the one thing I hate more than anything is wasted potential. Like, this album could have been so much more than it was, and I really had high expectations going into it, and I'm kind of a little disappointed. It's not a bad album for by any means. Like, I've heard much worse, and I've heard much more mediocre music, but just I feel more let down than anything. In terms of a number rating, I would have to give this a 4.5 out of 7. It's a good album, but it didn't really blow me away. And that's just how it is. So yeah, one thing also. This has nothing to do with the actual album. Let me make it bigger. But the cover art for this album, other hand, the cover art for this album is like, I'm a big fan. Like, just like it's really kind of beautiful, honestly, how like all the water is just like surrounding her, and she's just on the plank, and she's right in the middle, and she's small. Like that, I feel like that's what the goal of the album was to feel like, and it really kind of enhances that experience. Like, it definitely There's definitely some instrumentals in there that make it feel like you're just in the middle of the ocean, you know, sitting out on a boat watching the waves pass as the wind blows through your hair. uh, and I think, you know, that's a good image into what the album was supposed to be feeling like. Let me make it small again. There we go. So yeah, 4.5 out of 7 for SOS by SZA. Let me know what you guys think of this album in the comments. I know it just came out, so this is kind of a hot button album. But, you know, it's clicks, it's views. Speaking of views and clicks, even if you don't think anything about this album, leave a comment for the algorithm below, because by the nature of how tiny my channel is, I am at the complete mercy of the algorithm. So the more you engage with this video, you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, the more likely it is that my stuff is going to get recommended to other people. And if you want that, which I would appreciate, go ahead and do that. Even if you don't, though, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It really means the most that I get to, you know, just talk about shit that I like, even if nobody listens, you know. And for those of you who do listen, thank you extra. All right, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Wow, I sound like a YouTuber. Goodness.